I call to order the Riverview Community School District Board of Education meeting for January 23rd, 2024. Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
President Bohr.
Here.
Vice President Dominski.
Here.
Secretary Walker here. Treasurer Davis.
Here.
Trustee Meeks.
Here.
Trustee Toth.
Here.
Trustee O'Brien is excused.
We'll have our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have presentations to kick off tonight. Superintendent Hatzel.
Thank you, President Bohr. Good evening and welcome, everybody. We appreciate you coming out tonight with a little bit of weather. First and foremost, January in the state of Michigan, and nationwide for that matter, is School Board Appreciation Month. Last night we had our organizational meeting for the 2024 school year, or calendar year, I should say, and we awarded a proclamation from Wayne County RESA. Tonight, we want to continue to show our appreciation for this group up here. So I personally want to publicly thank the Board of Education for their work to support our students, staff, and families of the Riverview School District. Their commitment to help to continue to make Riverview the best place to educate our children is greatly appreciated. So thank you for your time, your insight, and hard work for Riverview Schools. At this time, we're going to award them a certificate from as well as a proclamation from Governor Gretchen Whitmer. First, Secretary Ms. Sheila Walker. Thank you. Next, we have our President, Mr. Tim Bohr. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Our Vice President, Mr. Matt Dominski. Thank you. Our Treasurer, Andy Davis. Trustee, Ms. Sandy Meeks.
Thank you.
And Trustee, Mr. Matt Toth. Once again, thank you all for your time, commitment, and support of Riverview Schools. Also, all right, next we want to welcome our middle school students tonight, and I want to give them a double thank you. Our admin team, Miss Gurney and Mr. Gill will take over, but I want to really thank all the 8th graders and their parents coming out on a day where you got to sleep in and still braving the elements, but I think it's true pirate fashion that you still showed up, so I'm very, very appreciative and looking forward to a presentation. So without further ado, Ms. Gurney.
Oh, thank you so much for having us here tonight. I'm Amy Gurney, and I'm the assistant principal at Seats Middle School. We started this program, which is called WEB, Where Everybody Belongs, here at the school this year. And I actually have some awesome, outstanding students here to demonstrate some of the ideas of WEB rather than talking all about it. So I'm going to welcome them up here. And if my other WEB leaders who came, if you guys can come sit in these fancy blue chairs here, that will help us out as well. So thank you. Thank you, guys.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Sophia King. I'm part of the Oneida Six Nations in Ontario, Canada. I wanted to become a web leader because I wanted to be a mentor and guide the 6th graders so they didn't feel that much alone. Web is a project centered around the idea that one person can make a difference. The program is a set of structured activities that works to create relationships and build strategies for the students to use as they transition through middle school. I'm going to ask the Board of Education members to step forward and the web leaders to sit in the front chairs.
Oh, no, come on over here. Oh, no, you're really part of it. They're going to sit there. Oh, you guys are over here. Okay. Huh? Yeah, come on, join. Make that a little circle. A little half circle. Here we go.
Which way are we standing?
Go.
Okay. Good evening, Board of Education, students, and families. My name is Sophia Spakler, and I wanted to become a web leader because when I was in 6th grade, I was really nervous, and I wish I had a mentor person to show me the ropes. I'm so happy to see so many faces here tonight. Why don't you give yourselves a hand? Okay, wait right there. Keep your hands just like this. When I say go, I want you to clap your hands just once, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Perfect. This is just practice, but now you're ready for the advanced version. When this hand crosses this hand, I want you to clap your hands just once. Ready? 1, or I'm not counting. I'm sorry. Ready? One more time. Is there a pattern? Raise your hand if you think there's a pattern. Okay, here's the secret. Once, twice, and the third time will never cross. I'm going to do it one more time. I know you can do this because we're all about the art here at Seats. So I know you can do this. Ready? Sorry. Okay.
Hi, I am also Sophia. My name's Sophia Shaw. I am a web leader because I wanted to show the 6th graders how to be successful in middle school. So when I say hi, you say low. Hi? Low. Hi? Low. When I say above, you say below. Above? Below. Above? Below. When I say fast, you say slow. Fast? Slow. Fast? Slow. Red light, yellow light, green light? Go. Well, I didn't even tell you to say go. You guys are good. And you know why? Because you're smart. We heard how smart you were, and you know a lot of things. You've learned a lot of stuff at school before you came here. And we heard that you're a really great group, and we are excited to have you and to be here. And today, we're going to learn a little bit more about Seats Middle School and a little bit more about our web group today.
Hi, I'm Daisy McKira. I wanted to be a web leader because I wanted kids to become more comfortable in the middle school.
Hi, my name is Claire Gainig, and I became a web leader because I also wanted to help the 6th graders feel comfortable, and I have a sister in 6th grade this year. So first, I think you know yourself best. So if what I say is true, I want you to put your arm out and put your thumb up and say, "That's me." We'll practice. I'm in this room right now. That's me. I'm awake. That's me.
Remember, you don't have to respond to everyone. I'm a boy. I'm a girl. That's me. I have a pet dog.
That's me.
I have a pet cat. I have a brother or sister.
That's me. Now there's a choice in this one, pepperoni or cheese pizza. Pepperoni pizza, that's me. Cheese pizza. That's me. Vanilla ice cream, that's me. Chocolate ice cream. I brushed my teeth this morning, that's me. I brushed someone else's teeth this morning.
Listen carefully. I am a web leader. That's me.
That was a great, you guys can sit unless you want to stay up and meet any of our web leaders. I'm just going to introduce the rest of them now. Thank you for participating today. Those are just a few of the activities that we have done this year with 6th graders, and those were relationship building activities. Those were small, very thoughtful kind of things to just say like, hey, you belong at this school and we're glad you're here. There's lots of different questions and activities that they have done so far this year, but those were just a few that kind of welcomed our sixth graders this year to the school. So we hope you had a little bit of fun. Can I have the rest of my web leaders come on, stand up and come on up here. These awesome eighth graders have taken time, come on up, out of their lives this year to make sixth grade feel welcome. They want us to know that this is a fun, friendly place to be, and I want to thank all of these web leaders for volunteering their time. I'm going to go with, first off, we have all of our web leaders who are here today. Claire Gainig, come on up. We'll make a little row. There you go. Tyler Grunwald. Sophia King. Gabe Labadie. Daisy McCura. Sophia Shaw. Sophia Speckler, come on over here. We're going to take a picture. And Sam Thurman. Thank you so much. Come on, you guys, squeeze in. We'll take a picture.
There we go. Okay. How's that, Julie? Ready. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. No, parents, go. Parents, smile. What do you want? All good? Everybody got everything you wanted? Okay, thank you so much for having us tonight. Great job.
Thank you. Sorry, JJ.
Oh, thank you again, everybody, for coming out tonight. It was a preemptive award with your day off today, but we got school tomorrow, so we'll see everybody at Seats tomorrow.
I'd also like to thank the kids for coming in tonight on an icy cold evening and helping the board understand where everybody belongs, and including the board's participation. It really helped us, and I also want to thank Mr. Gill and Mrs. Gurney and the entire Seats staff and counseling department for making Seats truly a special place where all kids feel safe and where they feel a belonging. Thank you again. Next, we'll go to guest and visitor comments, the 2-minute session. The purpose of the public participation portion of the meeting is to provide an opportunity for the citizens to share their thoughts with the board. Personal concerns are best handled through proper channels. Questions requiring investigation will be referred to the superintendent for consideration. Are there any guests and visitors wanting to share comments for the 2-minute session? Seeing none, we'll move on to acceptance of agenda, item A3. Do I have a motion?
President Boer,
Vice President Dominski?
be it resolved that the Riverview Board of Education accepts the agenda for the January 23rd, 2024 regular meeting.
Motion by Vice President Dominski. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Trustee Meeks. Any discussion? Hearing none. Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
Treasurer Davis.
Yes.
Vice President Dominski.
Yes.
Trustee Toth.
Yes.
President Boer.
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes. Trustee Meeks.
Yes.
Next, we'll move on to item A4, consent grouping. Do I have a motion?
President Boer.
Secretary Walker.
Be it resolved, the Review Board of Education accepts the minutes of the December 18th, 2023 study session, the minutes of the December 19th, 2023 regular meeting, approves the check registers, approves the purchase card expense reports, approves the appointment of Vice President Dominski as the liaison to the City of Riverview as all contained in the consent grouping.
A motion by Secretary Walker. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Treasurer Davis. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
Vice President Dominski.
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes. President Bohr.
Yes.
Trustee Toth.
Yes.
Trustee Meeks.
Yes.
Treasurer Davis.
Yes.
Next, we'll move on to board updates, administrative comments, legislative reports. Superintendent Hatzel.
All right, the legislature's still not acting too much here. Anticipate after the February primary to see some more things, but hopefully it's good news for schools. And right now, the leadership team has very high support of schools. It appears that the governor's budget will be out in early February. So I did want to speak too about inclement weather days, including today. Riverview Schools has now used 3 of our 6 allotted days. We want you to know, the public, that we take many factors into account and consult with local weather experts before making these difficult decisions. Obviously, our preference is for our students to be in school, but we also have to weigh heavily on student safety. And we do have a nice bulleted flyer on our website if you want more information of what goes into that. And at the same time, I'd like to thank Mr. Haley as he's constantly keeping us abreast of current weather situations. So it's a team effort, and there's always some guesswork to it, but we try our best to do what's best for our families and kids. So. In the same vein, I want to thank our grounds and maintenance team. Mr. Kennedy and his staff have been diligent in clearing our lots and sidewalks, making sure all the boilers and power are working in our facilities. So several days they've started before or at 4 a.m. and worked into the evenings with all of our students and family safety in mind. So I thank that team for their extra efforts. Thank you, President Bohr.
Thank you, Superintendent Hatzel. Next, we'll move on to item A5, new business, second reading of the Board of Education policy amendments. Superintendent Hatzel, background, please.
At the December 19, 2023 regular meeting, the Board of Education reviewed and accepted for the purpose of a first reading the Board of Education bylaws and policies, including amendments, additions, and updates proposed by Miller Johnson. It is recommended the Board waive the third reading and move to formal adoption. It is the recommendation of the Superintendent and the Director of Business and Finance that the stated Board of Education bylaws and policies, including amendments, additions, and updates, be adopted by the Board of Education effective immediately.
Thank you, Superintendent Hatzel. Do we have a motion?
President Bohr,
Trustee Meeks.
be it resolved, the Riverview Board of Education waives the third reading and immediately adopts the Board of Education bylaws and policies, including amendments, additions, and updates as proposed by Miller and Johnson.
Motion by Trustee Meeks. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Vice President Dominski. Any discussion? Hearing none, Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
Trustee Meeks.
Yes.
Vice President Dominski.
Yes.
Trustee Toth.
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes. Treasurer Davis.
Yes.
President Bohr.
Yes. Next, we'll move on to item A6, Budget Amendment Number 1, 2023-2024. Superintendent Hatzel, background, please.
During the school year, the operating budget is reviewed and amended as necessary. The Director of Business and Finance has reviewed the 2023-2024 budget with the Superintendent and Finance Committee and is recommending that certain adjustments be made at this time. Attached is the general fund budget, statement of revenues, expenses, and changes in fund balance for fiscal year 23-24, Amendment Number 1. It is the recommendation of the Superintendent and the Director of Business and Finance to adopt the General Fund Budget Amendment Number 1 for the fiscal year 2023-2024 as presented.
Thank you, Superintendent Hatzel. Do we have a motion?
President Bohr,
Trustee Toth.
be resolved, the Riverview Board of Education adopts the 2023-2024 General Fund Budget Amendment Number 1 as presented.
Motion by Trustee Toth. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Trustee Meeks. Any discussion? I would just like to say I wish to thank our Finance Director, Lonnie Draper, for answering all the board's questions in the last week leading up to the budget amendment update. And I want to thank Superintendent Hatzel and Mr. Draper and the administrative team for all their work through intense focus and prioritization. They've put our budget and district in its strongest financial position in many years. We do have strong funding for education coming from Lansing with the governor's budgets, and we're always on the lookout for economic turbulence. We know Michigan's economy is still heavily manufacturing based, but should any issues come about, I know our budget and our district is in its strongest position in many years. Hearing no other discussion, Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
Secretary Walker, yes. Treasurer Davis?
Yes.
Trustee Meeks?
Yes.
Trustee Toth?
Yes.
President Bohr?
Yes.
Vice President Dominski?
Yes.
Next, we'll move on to item A07, depository resolution. Superintendent Hatzel, background, please.
The school district annually designates its banks of record, account signatories, and banking procedures. The attached resolution authorizes continued banking operation. It is the recommendation of the superintendent and the director of business and finance that the attached depository resolution be adopted.
Thank you, Superintendent Hatzel. Do we have a motion?
President Bohr,
Trustee Meeks?
be it resolved, the Board of Education adopts the depository resolution as attached.
Trustee Meeks has made the motion. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Treasurer Davis. Any discussion? Hearing none, Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
Trustee Toth?
Yes.
Trustee Meeks?
Yes.
President Bohr?
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes. Treasurer Davis?
Yes.
Vice President Dominski?
Yes.
Next, we'll move on to item A08, Investment Authority Resolution. Superintendent Hatzel, background, please.
The Board of Education annually adopts a resolution authorizing the deposit and investment of school district funds by delegating the responsibility to the appropriate administrators. A copy of the resolution is attached. Both the superintendent and the director of business and finance should be authorized to make investments on behalf of the district. It is the recommendation of the superintendent and the director of business and finance that the attached resolution for investment authority be adopted.
Thank you, Superintendent Hatzel. Do I have a motion?
President Bohr?
Secretary Walker?
Be it resolved, the Review Board of Education adopts the attached resolution for investment authority, authorizing the Director of Business and Finance and Superintendent to make investments on behalf of the district as presented.
Motion by Secretary Walker. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Trustee Meeks. Any discussion? Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
Secretary Walker, yes. Vice President Dominski?
Yes.
Trustee Toth?
Yes.
President Bohr?
Yes.
Treasurer Davis?
Yes.
Trustee Meeks?
Yes.
Next, we'll move on to item A09. I will read the background for this item. It's been the past practice of the board, given the fixed-term nature of the superintendent's contract, that each year following a successful evaluation, typically in December, that the board, in showing confidence in its leader, vote on a motion to extend the superintendent's contract for 1 year, giving him a 3+ year horizon and timeline to continue his successful work and leadership and progress on our strategic plan. So I would like to make the motion, be it resolved that the Riverview Board of Education approve the superintendent's contract extension as reflected in the attached document, second amendment to superintendent's contract. Do I have support?
Support.
Supported by Vice President Dominski. Any discussion? Hearing none, Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
Trustee Toth?
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes. Trustee Meeks?
Yes.
President Bohr?
Yes.
Vice President Dominski?
Yes.
Treasurer Davis?
Yes.
Next, we'll move on to item A10, adoption of school of choice for 24-25 school year. Superintendent Hatzel, background, please.
The Michigan Legislature permits school districts to accept for enrollment non-resident students residing with the same intermediate school district. The district's proposed 2024-25 operating budget incorporates school of choice as an essential for consistent operating revenues and program sustainability. This is the recommendation of the superintendent and the director of business and finance that the Riverview Community School District accept applications from non-resident students residing within the intermediate school district for the 2024-2025 school year under the school of choice option.
Thank you, Superintendent Hatzel. Do we have a motion?
President Bohr,
Vice President Dominski.
be it resolved, the Riverview Board of Education, exercising the option permitted by Section 105 of the School Aid Act of 1979, as amended by Public Act 300 of 1996, will, for the purpose of Section 105, accept limited applications of non-resident students from outside our district who reside within the Wayne RESA for enrollment in grades K through 12 in-person learning. Riverview Virtual Academy will accept unlimited applications in grades K through 12 from non-resident students from outside of our district who reside within the Wayne RESA ISD, and under Section 105C will accept unlimited applications from students who reside within a county contiguous with Wayne RESA ISD.
Motion by Vice President Dominski. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Trustee Toth. Any discussion? Hearing none. Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
Vice President Dominski.
Yes.
Trustee Toth.
Yes.
Trustee Meeks.
Yes.
Treasurer Davis.
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes. President Bohr.
Yes. Next, we'll move on to guest and visitor comments for the 5-minute session. Any guests and visitors wishing to share comments? Seeing none, we'll move on to item 11, items for discussion presented by board members concerning which no action can be taken. Any items for discussion? I would like to say thank you, Superintendent Hatzel, for the recognition of Board Appreciation Month. And I want to say that all board members up here agree with me. It's a privilege and an honor to give back to the community and to serve on the board and to work with you and your team in the efforts to prepare our kids for the future. It's truly inspiring to see the hard work of our kids and their own commitment to excellence, and it's inspiring to see the professionalism and the dedication of the staff and administration and the tremendous support and overall pride of our families and community. And it's from our wonderful community that our board members joined the board, and I want to thank our other board members up here for their service. We have a deep bench of leadership and experience, and I wish to let them know that every month and every meeting, I appreciate their dedication and commitment to the kids. Okay, we'll move on to future business. On Monday, February 26, 2024, we'll have a study session at RCHS beginning at 6:30, and our regular board meeting Tuesday, February 27th, here at City Hall beginning at 7 p.m. Next, we'll need a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Motion by Vice President Dominski. Do we have a support?
Support.
Supported by Trustee Toth. Any discussion? Hearing none. Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
President Bohr.
Yes.
Vice President Dominski.
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes. Treasurer Davis.
Yes.
Trustee Meeks.
Yes.
Trustee Toth.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone. Meeting adjourned at 7:29.